Ranger 7 was a crucial space mission launched by NASA as part of the Ranger program in the early 1960s. The primary objective of the Ranger program was to capture high-resolution images of the Moon and transmit them back to Earth to aid in the planning of future manned lunar missions. Ranger 7 was launched on 28 July 1964, atop an Atlas LV-3 Agena B rocket from Cape Canaveral Air Force Station in Florida. The spacecraft carried a suite of scientific instruments and cameras, including 6 television cameras, designed to capture images during its descent towards the lunar surface. After a successful journey to the Moon, Ranger 7 approached its target on 31 July 1964. The spacecraft executed a series of maneuvers to position itself for the planned image capture. As it descended towards the lunar surface, it began transmitting images back to Earth, which were received by ground stations in California and Australia. The historic moment came when Ranger 7's cameras started capturing high-resolution images of the Moon's surface during the final minutes of its descent. These images provided valuable data about the Moon's topography and helped identify potential landing sites for future Apollo missions. Despite a few technical glitches, Ranger 7 successfully completed its mission, transmitting over 4,300 images back to Earth before crashing onto the Moon's surface. The images provided invaluable information for NASA's Apollo program and significantly contributed to the planning and success of future manned lunar missions, ultimately leading to the historic Apollo 11 landing in 1969. The success of Ranger 7 marked a significant milestone in lunar exploration and contributed to humanity's understanding of our nearest celestial neighbor. The data and images obtained from the mission paved the way for further scientific research and exploration of the Moon, opening up new possibilities for future space missions beyond Earth. Ranger 7's contributions continue to be remembered and celebrated as a vital step in the journey of human exploration beyond our home planet. The spacecraft utilized 2 types of antennas for communication: the quasi-directional low-gain antenna and the parabolic high-gain antenna. Onboard transmitters included a 60 watts TV channel F operating at 959.52 MHz, a 60 watts TV channel P operating at 960.05 MHz, and a 3 watts transponder channel 8 operating at 960.58 MHz. The telecommunications equipment converted the camera transmitter's composite video signal into an RF signal for transmission through the spacecraft's high-gain antenna. Ample video bandwidth was available to enable swift framing sequences of both narrow and wide-angle television pictures. On 31 July, Ranger 7 successfully arrived at the Moon. The F-channel camera began warming up 18 minutes before impact and captured its first image at 13 hours 8 minutes and 45 seconds UT when it was approximately 2,110 kilometers above the lunar surface. Over the final 17 minutes of its flight, the spacecraft transmitted an impressive total of 4,308 high-quality photographs. The last image taken just before impact boasted a remarkable resolution of 0.5 meters. Ranger 7's trajectory took it directly toward the lunar surface along a hyperbolic path, with an incoming asymptotic direction angled at -5.57 degrees from the lunar equator. The orbit plane was inclined at 26.84 degrees to the lunar equator. After a flight duration of 68.6 hours, Ranger 7 made impact in a region between Mare Nubium and Oceanus Procellarum, later named Mare Cognitum, at coordinates 10.6340 degree S 20.6771 degree W.